The Minister of Youth and Community Empowerment, Adrian Ford, is concerned about the use of a homemade concoction that is a danger to young Barbadians. The mixture, called lean, is a combination of cough syrups and Sprite. Mr. Ford says lean gives youngsters a high and is worse than marijuana usage.
A mixture of codeine lactose, which is a cough preparation. I can repeat, codeine lactose, a cough preparation. So what grandma and mommy would give you for the persistent cough is now being used with Sprite and good old Jolly Ranchers, as we know it, this sweetie or toffee. In a combination, used from a styrofoam cup, because young people understand science better than me, who is a pharmacist. The styrofoam is allowed the seepage of styrene to infuse the final product, which becomes a cocktail of destruction.
Mr. Ford is equally concerned about the use of ecstasy by young Barbadians,
which is as available as a common Panadol, where young men and women are using, they call the amphetamines, and we know the amphetamines are used for medical purposes with ADHD, attention hyperactive disorders. But young persons are using them to create a euphoria, a new high, a sensitivity where the next morning they don't recall or remember what they did. These are dangerous things that I, as minister, have to talk about. And I have to vocalize against these things.
Steps are being taken to ensure the youngest Barbadians develop an appreciation for science, technology, and related subjects. This comes as Barbados seeks to remain globally competitive. This was revealed on this week's edition of CBC TV8's current affairs program, The People's Business. Sharika Griffith tells us more.
According to the director of the Ministry of Education's Information Technology Quality Assurance Unit, Junior Burgess, the new path for education has started with a pilot program.
Right now we are working with the University of New Brunswick. Yes. And we're looking, I think it's very good at this point anyway, but everything that is good can be tweaked. We're looking at early childhood education curriculum. And we're looking to a new model, a STEM model, that involves science within that curriculum. And we have some funding from the Inter-American Development Bank, so we give them thanks for that. But we're working with, right now, the Maria Holder Nursery School, God Hill, and to onboard this initiative. And we'll watch it, we'll monitor it, and then the aim is that we'll roll it out across other nursery schools.
The move has also been welcomed by Antonio Hollingsworth, the founder of Bajan Digital Creations. He says Barbados has been lagging in the use of technology by at least 10 years.
We are behind. We are a decade behind when it comes to technology. We are living in a world where we have big players that are utilizing artificial intelligence to shape us, to mold us, to guide us. And our children are going to grow up in a world that's going to be dominated by algorithms and dominated by technology. And when the Internet of Things becomes pervasive, they will have it all over. And we need to be able to be ready for that.
He believes Barbados needs to go beyond the basic use of tech devices in classrooms.
We now have to move into creating content from not just a picture or a video, but understand that the technology exists now, where music is written by algorithm, where paintings can be drawn by algorithm. Poetry can be created by algorithm. And one of the things that is coming out in the creative industry is the use of algorithms to create new types of music.
Ministry officials are also in the process of developing a computer science curriculum which will cater to students with special needs. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
The government is moving to roll out maritime studies at local tertiary level institutions. That's the word from Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Senator Dr. Ramel Springer, who notes the move is in line with government's drive to build out the blue economy. He was speaking as several secondary school students toured the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's ship Ronald H. Brown, which was docked by the flour mill.
The ministry is currently in discussion about building out our maritime program. We hope to, at some point, partner with the members of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration with a view of working together to help with the program that we envisage, where our young persons will be exposed to the science of maritime studies.
NOAA representatives are on island to conduct research under the Atomic or Atlantic Trade Wind Oceanic Atmosphere Mesoscale Interaction Campaign. Atomic is a U.S. component of a larger European-led field mission called Elucidating the Role of Clouds Circulation Coupling in Climate, or Eureka. Some of the students shared their thoughts with us after getting a first-hand look at the vessel.
The tour was good. I learned new things, like how them does study the clouds and about the hurricanes and different stuff.
The tour was very informative because I learned lots of things that I didn't know before.
Such as?
Well, the different equipment they use and how they measure the pressure and the humidity and that type of stuff.
It was actually very interesting. I liked a lot about the different things they do to find out more about the ocean and the currents, how things work. And I actually found out a lot of new things today that actually helped me in my geography exams. And yeah, if you do get a chance to go on this tour, I highly recommend it. It's very fun, and maybe, if I'm lucky, I might be able to be one of the scientists one day.
Still to come, a massive earthquake rocks several Caribbean countries. Then a bit later in sports, one team is through to the semis of the Under-19 Cricket World Cup. But before we get to all of that, here's a tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
Because women generally have lower water content in their bodies than men, they usually reach a higher blood alcohol concentration if they consume alcohol at a similar rate to their male counterparts. This tip is brought to you compliments Cooperators General Insurance, who fully supports the introduction of breathalyzer testing.